Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino, Wednesday, May 1st, 2024, pre-market report, and we have a lot to talk about. But I want to start off with this. Some of you have been with me for a very, very long time, years, a decade. I feel like we are family, so I want to talk about something just real quick, very personal. Just got some very unhappy news regarding my sister Lori. Most of you have heard me talk about this in the past, and I just wanted to bring this to your attention. So she has stage 4 metastatic pancreatic cancer, and it's not survivable. So I just wanted to let all of you know that, as I said, I feel that we're a big family out here, and I share all this stuff with you. So if you believe in a higher power, yeah, we could use some prayers here. All right, people, look, let's get back on target here with regard to what's about to happen today. It's huge. So we're going to hear from, World Control today, and that is the Federal Reserve with their monetary policy decision. And in my opinion, it's going to move the markets no matter what comes out of its mouth today. I'm talking about Powell. It's not so much what the Fed is going to do today, okay? The Fed is not going to do anything, but they're going to set the groundwork here for what's going to happen moving forward. And it's going to be interesting. Keep your eyes on this. Keep your eyes on the MMRI, all right? It's at 309 this morning. 311.7 appears to be still where the line in the sand may be. If we break out over that today or close to it, this market isn't going to be happy. I'm going to tell you right now, at least in my view. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. But we've seen a phenomenon occur here pretty much every single time the MMRI has broken into the red zone, which is extreme risk. In this market, it gets stuck. It doesn't want to do anything. We get pretty big sell-offs here. So we'll see. Risk in this market is the key. And again, what this comes down to, people, is a lack of liquidity in the system. And it's a strange phenomenon, and it's a paradox. I mean, the system is debt saturated. You all know that. Meanwhile, there's not enough of it. Think about what I'm saying here. Even though the system appears to be debt saturated, there's not enough to keep it functioning, because debt must be pulled into the system in greater and greater and greater amounts just to sustain where we are. Just to sustain where we are. It can't stop. Speaking of that, okay, look, this has been going on for quite a while. Billions, tens of billions have been forgiven here. There's no such thing as forgiveness. Biden administration forgives. This is not forgiven. It doesn't go off into eternity or somewhere. It gets added on to the national debt immediately. We pay interest on that immediately. We all pay for this. Look, with socialism, which whatever we have right now is yet to be defined, eventually you run out of other people's money. And the United States and the world is being bankrupted by central banks colluding with our so-called leaders here, who are leading us all to destruction on a grand scale. So just understand what you're looking at. There's no such thing as forgiving anything. Someone's got to pay. You know what it turns out to be? You and me. There's nothing forgiven here. But it's part of the mechanism to inflate the debt. Again, this is added immediately to the debt. It's not forgiven. We all pay for it, and the interest starts accruing as of now immediately. So what else would you expect here in this kind of an environment? Anyway, looking over here at the market, and we're not done. I want to talk about a few other things here as well. Stock futures are lower, not much. Market's kind of in a holding pattern, waiting to hear what comes out of its mouth later on today. Again, expect nothing. Nothing's going to happen, but it's what it says after. Notice the term, it. It's not human, it's a thing. Period. Okay, so the thing is going to speak later, and that's what's going to move the markets. It's baked in already, in my opinion. I know some of you will disagree with me because I've heard from hundreds and hundreds of you who believe that today the Fed is going to raise rates. First of all, as I said yesterday, if that were to happen, that would send shockwaves, not just in the American markets, it would be shockwaves around the world. And you would see stock markets of the world get hit really hard. Our market would fall thousands of points. The Dow would fall thousands of points here. Again, the market has no bearing on reality. There's no price discovery mechanism behind a single asset today because of what central banks have done. By vastly inflating the debt, they have created an environment of distortions that are so extreme that even someone like myself, who follows the markets pretty much around the clock, it's very difficult for me to get my head around it. There's nothing that makes sense anymore. It's easy money. It's more easy money. It's suppressed rates. It's skyrocketing debt, adding to the debt. No forgiveness for anything. We all got to pay for it. You understand? And we're all paying for it with regard to what we're seeing now. Skyrocketing inflation. Do you realize, this makes me want to like vomit. I'm going to tell you right now. Every single projection or forecast that has been made by the Federal Reserve and central banks around the world has been wrong. How can that be when you and I have nailed this to the wall? Is it that we are so much smarter than them? No, they know exactly what they're doing. This is deliberate. This is systematic. And they are, again, forcing us not only just to live in their slave system, and that's what they're doing, creating more slaves to the system, not just on an individual basis, but nation slaves. The world has become slaves to central banks. They have achieved their goal to be the lenders and buyers of last resort. I've told you this for 10 years. This is all they want to do. And they want to continue to inflate because that's their only power. You want to end central banking? It's really the easiest thing to do in the world. Prevent one central bank. Pick the Fed here. I've told you this a million times. You know what I'm going to say if you've been with me for any length of time. If we can prevent the Fed from issuing $1, just one single dollar of more debt here, they collapse. The central bank system is 1 million quadrillion, if that's a word, percent dependent on inflating the debt, issuing more debt. We have a debt-based system. You all know that. You want to end the system, you prevent them from issuing debt. That's it. Then we can take back the system. Until then, we will all lose. We cannot be a free people. You understand? I'm proud to be an American because at least I know I'm free. We're not free to do anything. We're slaves. It's a nice song and it's very pretty and it sounds nice. But the fact of the matter is, it's a distraction. It's a deception like everything else. We're not free. We are slaves to the system which they have laid out for us, unfortunately. And we will lose. We will continue to lose until that changes. And it ain't going to change anytime soon. I can promise you that. They're dismantling the system. You know that. Central banks are working together to dismantle the system. They're taking down we, the people of the world, with it, more specifically the middle class. The rich, the 1% and 2%ers, they couldn't be happier. The people at the lower rung, they're done anyway. It's the middle class who's being systematically wiped out. It's always the same story. A neo-feudal system is upon us, and it's just not going to stop. There's no way to stop this. You understand? There's no way. Just in case you were wondering here. So the system is coming down. Now, going back to what I was saying earlier about this market making a move. So options traders, this is from this morning here, Market Watch, are betting on what they're calling a chunky market move. Well, we'll see. I think the market is going to move today, one way or the other. Keep your eyes on risk. As I said, 311.7 appears to be the red line in the sand. MMRI, free to everyone who has the sense to use it. Link in the description of this video. It's free because I believe knowledge is power, people, and I got your back as always. I wanted to bring one more thing up to you. We found out yesterday that labor costs here are skyrocketing at their fastest pace ever here. This is obviously inflation we're seeing here. Not only is it labor cost, but the cost of raw materials continues to skyrocket. And who pays for this? It's not the Federal Reserve. They're more than happy to continue to print and add digits to a screen and devalue the currency. Let me put another perspective on this for you real quick. Since you and I understand that any central bank's power resides in their ability to inflate, so that's just one thing. When the currency is under attack as it is now, again, central banks are in a race to the bottom. I've told you this for over 10 years. Which central bank can kill the purchasing power of the currency fastest wins. Period. Now, the Federal Reserve here, by devaluing their currency, means what? They have to issue more currency to make up the difference because it takes more dollars in this case to buy anything. So this mechanism of central banks inflating makes them exponentially stronger and stronger and stronger. They are unstoppable at this point. They're unstoppable, just so you know. And it's not going to change no matter what freak they put behind the resolute desk. I want you to understand that. Sure, people are getting astonishingly rich off of the system right now, including some people running for president right now, and that's their goal. We don't matter, okay? We are a means to an end, unfortunately, people, and all we have is each other. We got to get through this thing, just like my sister Lori here, okay? I talked about earlier today in this video blog. We're in this together. We got to get through this, and we're going to, because in my opinion, we are in the right spots. We're betting against the debt. We're becoming our own central bank, gaining exposure to commodities. These are the solutions, okay? Greg, where's the solutions? I hear this all the time, and all I do is talk about solutions unless these people don't want to hear it. The solution is, if we understand that the system is rigged against us to the highest possible order and is unstoppable, this is a mechanism that has been in the works for over a century, okay? And we are living in the side effect of what central banks have set up here. Their goal since day one has been to one day control the world. By owning the financial system, which they clearly do, they control the economy, they control the financial markets, they control the financial system. Lawmakers, they don't do anything, okay? If they don't control the cash, if we the people don't have a say-so, which we do not, over the monetary system, if we are forced to live in this slave debt-based fiat system, we cannot be free. You understand? It's just an illusion. But anyway, look, that's kind of where we stand today. I hope I covered a lot with you. You got cryptocurrencies under pressure right now, buying opportunity in my view. You got gold and silver, which have been hit a lot lately, buying opportunity. Today, this morning, they're higher. You got crude oil under pressure, buying opportunity. Commodities are a buying opportunity. You need exposure to commodities. People cannot make this easier for you. I've told you this a million times. I've told you how to do it. I put out several newsletters which explain to you how you can take advantage of these things. You got to get away from central bank issued notes. They're being attacked. They're being destroyed. The system is being deliberately brought to its knees. They want us on our knees. They want us on our knees, people. And unfortunately, that's what's happening here. A slave system. You know that. It's so revoltingly disgusting, the fact that we are here right now. But we are. And we need to take action. I tell you all the time. Okay? But we know what to do. We have a plan. We are, again, doing everything right, at least in my perspective. Now, before I let you go real quick, people, this is the first of the month. On the first of every month, I humbly ask for your support. Greg, you're doing a great job. Here's $5. There are several ways that you can support me and this channel here, and I really do hope you do that. There are links in the description of this video. I really do hope you choose to support my work because I got your back, and I know you got mine as well. All right, people? With that said, I will see all of you later, 4:05 p.m. Eastern for the live stream. I hope to see you there. We will put this all together later on, all right? And, well, that's all right? Until I see you later, take care of yourselves and take care of each other.